Talk some beer. Talk some beer. Make sure to like the stream. Sub. Okay, my friends, let's get to 1,000. So I want to see which channel gets to 1,000 first. Will it be my Rumble or will it be my YouTube? Okay, my friends, let's make it my YouTube. Let's make it my YouTube. Let's get to 1,000 subs here. So I could do. Okay, my friend, I'm not gonna do a news and brews. Drinking some light beer, bullshit. Okay, drink the real stuff. Let me do a little thing right here. Have you been watching the World Cup? World Cup because I have. Oh man, I love football. So I do not watch it, and as much as I would like to, but mainly because the big time matches are usually on really early. Okay, like the Premier League, I love all that stuff. Because my God, like for example, with the U.S. Okay, when you watch the U.S., but when you watch a team like England, France, and there is a clear difference in skill. Okay, my friends, there is a clear difference in skill. So that's why the MLS. I don't mind watching the MLS, but I don't care. But even if they do have Messi, that doesn't mean shit to me. Okay, because when you watch the MLS, but then when you go on over to the Premier League, you watch Liverpool, you watch the Gunners. There's a clear difference in skill. And my God, when you watch it, it's just man, this is some high level shit. Makes me wonder why I didn't play soccer. I should have played soccer. My grandpa was a professional football player in Mexico, so I should have followed in the footsteps, but I just didn't have any interest. I was too busy partying, fucking too busy getting tail. So that's what happens. That's why you do not waste your time, young man. Okay, when you're young, put your nose to the ground, do the work because you're gonna be fine. Okay, you're gonna be fine. We live in the greatest time right now to make money. But now, obviously, for those poor souls that were born in Gaza, born in North Korea, that's totally different. Okay, because those poor people, they deserve freedom, and one day I hope they get freedom. Okay, but if you're born in the UK, if you're born in Canada, even Mexico, you have opportunity, great opportunity, which the majority of the world do not have. Okay, so yeah. Okay, blast enough of that. Make sure to like the stream. Follow me here. Let's get to 1,000. So I have two main stories I want to bring to you. So the conflict in the Middle East is winding down, pretty much settled. But I want to bring to you some Ukraine news. Credit to ABC News. Ukraine strikes Moscow oil refinery in large scale drone attack with Zelensky saying it's quote time the war ended end quote. So it says here that Ukraine launched hundreds of drones on Thursday, targeting more than a dozen Russian regions, including Moscow, where they struck an oil refinery, sending plumes of black smoke into the air over the Russian capital. Rush hours. About 180 of those were shot down as they approached Moscow. The city's mayor, Sergei Sobyanin, said. So here's a picture. You see the smoke? So it goes on to say that Ukraine led claim to the aerial strike, with President Volodymyr Zelensky saying in March, the second time within a week, that Kiev had attacked the Moscow oil refinery, a sprawling facility in the city's southeast that's run by a subsidiary of state-owned Gazprom. So, so President Zelensky said, quote, "This is a fully justified response to Russian attacks on our cities and communities, and another important result of our warriors' work against facilities that sustain Russia's war machine," end quote, Zelensky said. So it goes on to say here that Thursday's Ukrainian strike ranked among the largest single night long range attacks undertaken by Kiev since the war began more than 4 years ago. So I will keep you updated on what goes on there. But I think the key point is that he said that it basically needs to come to an end. So I do predict that I think the war will end prior to the end of this year. Okay, my friends, because with the Middle East pretty much wound down, Gaza wound down pretty much done. Even though I don't think there's any rebuilding going on there, I'm gonna check right now. But I do expect that the Russia-Ukraine war will end prior to the end of this year. See, has there been any rebuilding? Yeah, see, oh, that's what I was guessing. So it says per Google, large scale physical reconstruction in Gaza remains frozen due to funding deadlocks, ongoing regional instability, and complex political gridlock. Yeah, there you go. So my friends, you really cannot support. You really cannot uh, celebrate Gaza's reemergence until construction starts back up because those poor people, man, they need to they need to rebuild that place, but with political gridlock, oh my god, there is no end in sight to the suffering. It's just terrible news. So I posted that little short telling the FIFA fans to enjoy your stay in my country. That's a motherfucking truth. Come here, enjoy yourself. California, okay, so so LA does have problems, but it is still beautiful. You do not fuck with Los Angeles. You do not fuck with Chicago. You do not fuck with New York. You can say what you want. Like I have been very critical of New York, Chicago, LA. But to be fair, I have even been critical of Texas. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, you do not fuck with those cities. New York, the that is the place of business. New York, but you could even say London. You could say in places like that. But New York, when it comes to making money, when it comes to business, New York, everybody knows that. LA, Los Angeles, everybody loves that. Chicago, it's a great city. Crime, I get it, but when you have history like that, the funny thing is that you could just put it into the sewer, but strictly because of it being New York, it's always going to draw people. Okay, so people coming to LA, enjoy your stay. So my friends, go to the beaches, but don't go to Venice Beach. Uh, Manhattan Beach is nice. Laguna Beach is nice. Venice Beach, do not go there, and for damn sure, do not walk around barefoot because you're liable to step on an empty syringe. Okay, credit to ESPN. Scotland fans drink Boston Dry as local bars run out of beer. This is unbelievable. So we have all heard about the legendary Irish drinking. We have all heard about the legendary Scotch drinking. So it goes on to say here the parent company of Sam Boston for the 2026 World Cup drank 4 times as much as the bar usually sells. So it goes on to say here the Boston Beer Co. said in a news release that from Thursday to Sunday, the Tartan Army, Scotland's supporters organization, drank 4 times what the company normally stocks during a typical 4 day holiday stretch like the 4th of July. That is incredible. So they stocked ready for the likes of a 4th of July multi-day stretch. Okay, meaning that they were well prepared for heavy drinking. These fucking Scots still outdrank them. Still outdrank them. Put Dessel goes on to say here that it had to schedule an emergency delivery of beer Saturday morning and are adding extra deliveries this week to make sure it has enough. Quote, we've never seen anything like it, end quote. Billy DeCane of the Sam Adams Boston Tap Room told NBC Boston. That is unbelievable, man. So put W Scott's in the comment section below. Like the stream. Follow me here on YouTube. Let's get to 1,000. So that's all I got for you guys in this one. So yeah, just look out for the Russia-Ukraine war winding down because I think it is. So yeah, make sure to sub to my Kick, sub to my Substack at On the Air with Mark, sub to my Rumble at On the Air with Mark. Let's see what channel reaches 1,000 first. Will it be this channel or will it be my Rumble channel? Let's see. So that being said, my friends, the pleasure is all mine. Stay safe out there and enjoy your Thursday. The weekend is upon us, my friends. Stay safe out there.